people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired. This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara,
Ginger.
Hey, good morning, America.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
And never ends. Tune in, lean in, feel
Well, hello to you, and you. Shout out to the 24 people that were here, 23, 15, 14, all of y'all, 16 people. Thank you so much. Marianne, good morning to you. Olivia, thank you so much for that. Seems like you're from overseas, maybe, or Germany or Sweden. Either way, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yes, indeed. Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you all day. I'm sure that Disney World and Disneyland will be running amok with Star Wars cosplayers all day long and all night long. Oh, well, we can just delete that. See, one thing to know, two things for sure, that over here, you just don't get to do what you want to do. No, this is a respectful chat. This is a respectful platform, and I protect my people around here. So no, we don't do that. No. We don't do that. No, that's quite all right. So, with that being said, let's make it do what it do, everybody. Because, child, we got a whole lot to talk about, a whole lot to get through. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you all this morning, everybody. So Ashley Graham and me and her husband, Justin Ervin, we're all members of the Thickalicious Church of God in Christ Full Gospel Baptist Church, and we all feel a way about a certain drug that is out here. We'll talk about that. Party City is making a huge comeback. Wait till you hear how. Very surprising, but also I understand the logic. We'll talk about it. The Oscars are on the way. The 99th Oscars will be on the way soon. And of course, the 100th Oscars. I mean, just imagine that 100 years of one award show, a Oscar mental, moment there. Then, of course, the 101st Oscars will be live on YouTube in 2029. But before that, the 99th Oscars and some huge news on who can win an Emmy. We'll talk about that. Spirit Airlines shut down over the weekend, and shout out to all the other airlines for making it do what it do. Even Southwest honored a pilot that was going to retire with Spirit. They honored him very nicely there. But wait till you hear the good news, okay? Because there is some good news to come. SAG-AFTRA over the weekend made a tentative agreement to make sure there's not another strike. But are they really out the woods? We'll talk about that. Love and Hip Hop, after 15 years, is no more. In the words of the Cheer Girls, it's over. And I've been known. This is the saddest thing I've ever known. How can I let the sweetest of dreams slip away? I'm afraid the hurt is here to stay. We'll talk about that. Jasmine Crockett, she is leaving Congress at the end of the year, but wait till you hear what she's doing. And I have a suggestion for Jasmine Crockett. I think it's going to be good. And then finally, some huge news in the world of radio. If y'all thought iHeartMe and Sirius XM merging was a thing, it is. Wait till y'all hear this. This is really blackumental for Black radio. We'll talk about all that more. Let's get to it, though, because higher is waiting. Low is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down that iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do, because one thing to know and two things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be.
I gotta do that right. One more time. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Now this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is a new morning. Julie Chen Move-As and Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harris Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. Your apps around this channel right here. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do because we have a whole lot to talk about and a whole lot to get through. Let's get to it, everybody. Yes, indeed. Here. So we're going to talk about the one, the only, Ashley Graham, because she has something to say, everybody. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. All right, y'all, here we go. From People Magazine, people.com. All right, here we go, everybody. Ashley Graham says GLP-1 trend is a smack in the face after bi positivity movement. Once again, this comes to us from People Magazine, people.com. Ashley Graham says GLP-1 trend is a smack in the face after bi positivity movement. Ashley Graham says GLP-1 trend is a smack in the face after bi positivity movement. This drug isn't going to wipe out a whole statistic of women, the supermodel activist said of the popular weight loss medications. Now, y'all saw the picture, right? Y'all saw the picture. Give me a moment. I'm going to pull up the picture in case y'all do not know, okay? Because when I was trying to think of how to talk about this first destination, I'm just like, nah, I gotta make it hit home, right? And her husband, Justin Ervin, right? He calls her Butts. That's the nickname, okay? Now, I'm going to just show you this, okay? Now, Phaedra Parks is a dunkologist, and I'm a thickalicious, right? So we both went to the School of Thickology University. And hang on, y'all. Give me a moment. Hang on 1 second here. So here it is right here. So you see all that? You see all that right there? You see all that right there? That's that man's, okay? He calls her butt. And she like, now I can't lift this way, but I can carry this too. Yes, indeed. So I said on the thumbnail, it's all out of love. Let me tell you something. What Ashley Graham has done and what all the women has done. Shout out to Precious Lee. Shout out to Tarika Jones. Shout out to Jill Scott. Shout out to Christy Metz. Shout out to Melissa McCarthy. All the big girls out there. Shout out to Nzinga Amani. And listen, I still love me some Nzinga Amani. I am happy that she lost the weight. But can we talk though? I liked her when she was thicker. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. But also too, she is pregnant. Congratulations to Nzinga Amani. She's gonna be a mommy. And Lord Jesus, if she has a daughter, oh my Lord Jesus, that's about to be Amani legacy. Okay, because Nzinga could sing, dance, act. She could do everything. Okay, and if she has a son gonna be straight too. So congratulations to Nzinga Amani and her. I think it's her boyfriend. I don't think she's married, but congratulations either way. Listen, you can like what you like, but still love that person. Okay, I like Nzinga Amani when she was thicker. Jesus. Amen. Praise him. Hallelujah. Let's roll on. So here we go. Need to know. Ashley Graham criticized the rise of GLP-1 weight loss drugs, calling it a smack in the face after the bi positivity movement. Graham also compared the growing popularity of the drugs to a pendulum swinging back, but she says she does not consider it a complete reversal of progress. This drug isn't going to wipe out a whole statistic of women, she said, of GLP-1s. GLP-1 medications have become popular in and out of Hollywood, a trend that Ashley Graham says is a smack in the face in the wake of the bi positivity movement. The supermodel activist, who has long built her brand around bi positivity, opened up about the still burgeoning trend, which has seen countless celebrities share their experiences with weight loss medications in her cover story from Marie Claire's annual motherhood issue. Shout out to Marie Claire for making an annual motherhood issue. That's amazing. In the interview published on Thursday, April 30th, Graham 38 addressed the popularity of weight loss drugs and how it has recentered thinness in the world of entertainment and fashion, saying it's really disheartening there was a pendulum that swung that was so by acceptance, positivity, everybody wanted to be who they wanted to be. And now it's going back to this whole opposite way that feels like a smack in the face of the women who have felt like they have had a voice, said the model and Mom of 3. So there is Ashley Graham right there. Regarding the fashion industry specifically, Graham told Marie Claire, it goes with the times when GLP-1s are a time. I know that there are still going to be women who are considered plus size forever. This drug is going to wipe out a whole statistic of women, she added. GLP-1 medications work to suppress appetite have helped millions of Americans find weight loss success by mimicking a natural hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels and appetite, per the National Academy of Medicine. They are prescribed to help manage blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes and to induce weight loss by slowing stomach emptying, reducing appetite, and increased feelings of fullness. Speaking to Marie Claire, Graham also says she does not consider the rise in GLP-1 to be a complete reversal of body positivity movement, knowing that throughout her career she has seen more movement for plus size women than some people give the whole industry credit for. Why would I stop now? Why would I get angry about the work that I put my head down, our focus rather on the one we built the community with, said the model who just dropped a JCPenney collection catering plus size customers. Yes, indeed there. And she's not the only one. There's so many plus size influencers and creators. They're all over the place with their sizes and portions and how they look and how they're relatable, Graham told Marie Claire. And to me, that's the coolest part, that she continues seeing that these girls who were raised on social media at such a young age are now coming in and they have a platform to say to the younger generation, be yourself, be who you want to be. If you have to sell, like, who cares? It's incredibly important to continue advocating for women of all shapes, all sizes, all backgrounds, to have clothes that fit, to have people who don't have confidence in themselves, Graham told the magazine, adding that her community is not just curvy women. I think it's all kinds of women, because really confidence at the end of the day, it doesn't discriminate. She added, back when Graham launched her first collection with JCPenney in 2025, she told people that her goal has always been the same from the start of my career to now, not making bodies a topic of conversation, talking about bodies and our sizes, and what makes someone have a beautiful body so tired at this point. The model said at the time, what I truly want for women, for the women we design, rather this JCPenney collection for, is to feel beautiful, sexy, all the things, okay? So first of all, shout out to Ashley Graham for standing up on this. I fully agree with her, because let me tell you, I got a friend right now. She said, I just want to lose 10 to 15 pounds. Okay, and do you think I give a damn Uncle-ish? No. Those pounds need to be handled respectfully and disrespectfully by me, okay? Yeah. But anyway, there is a thing as happy weight, right? And remember how I talked about Nzinga Maya, how I feel like she looked more beautiful with the weight on? It's very difficult, right? Because imagine you being a public figure and you're going on the internet and you see somebody saying that you look better back then, which is basically discarding who they are now, which that's never who I am. Like, Nzinga Amani is still that woman. I still want the Nzinga Amani show. I still want her to do a talk show. I want her to do a tour. I want her to do all the things, right? I think the reason why this has impacted me so much is because who follows the rules of society? Society doesn't even follow their own rules. Sincerely, I just don't get it. You know what I mean? And not to mention too, like, Cinnabon cinnamon rolls are thick for a reason. Barbecue sauce, okay, right here. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Right there, that's Sweet Baby Ray barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is thick for a reason, okay? All right, pillows. You see this pillow? You see how squishy it is? It's squishy for a reason. I don't know why we are trying to conform to a world that doesn't want us. I don't know why we're trying to conform to a world that doesn't want us. I don't know why we're trying to conform to a world that doesn't want us. And you think about body dysmorphia, right? You think about different stories that people talk. I remember Wendy Williams when she was on Tuna Fish and Mustard, right? And she did not want to be a big girl. She was softer. She was hefty, right? And her dad said, you will be beautiful if you just lost some weight. So this has been a systemic problem for a long time. Of course, Wendy's mom and dad are in heaven. now. And listen, people try to fit into what they believe is that, but listen, life is too short to listen to others when they don't listen to themselves. Let me say it 2 more times on this screen. Life is too short for people to be listening to others and what they have to say when they don't listen to themselves. Life is too short for you to be listening to others when they don't listen to their damn selves, okay? Now, I found some things I thought was quite interesting. I want to discuss this with y'all. So check this out. This came out May 2nd, right here from CNBC. Weight loss and hair loss, the growing hair treatment market from GLP-1s. Okay, here we go. A common side effect from many GLP-1 drugs is hair loss, is creating a growing market for hair treatment products. Companies like Redken, Nutrafol, and Curafactor are leaning into the innovation and marketing in that space. And retailers like Ulta Beauty are seeing more demand from customers. Experts say the convergence of health, wellness, and beauty poses an attractive opportunity for investors to buy into the market. When Bernicia Cooper first began taking GLP-1 injection Mounjaro in late 2022, she heard online that she could experience temporary hair thinning and prepared for the worst. But it would take about a year before she began noticing her hair falling out in clumps. Cooper said it was especially shocking because she always had thick hair. I was really hoping it would happen, Cooper 29 told CNBC. What my provider has told me is that since you're on the medication that allowed you to lose weight at a faster rate, that's what can cause hair loss. Desperate to counteract the side effect, Cooper says she began prioritizing protein in her diet, taking vitamins intended to help her hair, and investing in hair products meant to stimulate the scalp to foster growth. She's one of a growing number, of GLP-1 users experiencing temporary hair loss from the drugs, creating a new market for hair treatment products amid the weight loss drug craze. Cooper took social media for support, where she found scores of other GLP-1 users experiencing the same thing. While the discourse was less frequent at the beginning of her weight loss journey, the rise of GLP-1s has meant that more people are flocking to her page to commiserate and strategize. There has been an increase of people wanting to know how to tackle it, but there's also a lot of people who are wanting to know how it can possibly prevent, and that's just something I don't have the answer to, Cooper said. According to Gallup, the use of GLP-1 drugs have more than doubled since early 2024. The KFF health tracking poll found that roughly 1 in every 8 U.S. adults, or nearly 13%, are currently taking a GLP-1 drug. By 2030, J.P. Morgan estimates that roughly 25 million Americans will be on a GLP-1, up from just 5 million in 2023. Profit amid loss. Many GLP-1 users have seen significant results in losing weight, but the drugs come with a multitude of side effects too. Zepbound, manufactured by pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly, advertises common side effects on its website that include hair loss, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, and more. Mounjaro, also a Lilly drug, also warns of similar side effects, along with Novartis's Nordisk Ozempic. Wegovy also includes hair loss and its possible side effects. It's a risk that is common with any type of significant weight loss because the body changes, according to Dr. Heather Woodley Lloyd, a dermatologist and the chief medical advisor for hair care brand Nutrafol. When you are losing weight either through a GLP-1 or any other type of weight loss, you may be taking in less nutrients, less protein, and the weight loss itself can be a stressor, she told CNBC. Those consumers have increasingly been seeking out solutions to ease the physical process, according to Circana. The Chicago-based market research firm estimates that GLP-1 households spent approximately 30% more on beauty products than non-GLP-1 households. Let me say that again. The Chicago-based market research firm estimates that GLP-1 households spend approximately 30% more on beauty products than non-GLP-1 households. The Chicago-based market research firm estimates that GLP-1 households spend approximately 30% more on beauty products than non-GLP-1 households. Hair loss solutions continue to be a standout growth sector in hair care, sustained by prolonged consumer stress since the pandemic and GLP-1 medication usage emerging as an incremental tailwind, said Larissa Jensen, Circana's beauty industry advisor. Many GLP-1 users report temporary hair shedding, which is translating into increased demand for at-home growth treatments, scalp serums, and supplements. The hit to GLP-1s GLP-1 users' self-confidence from the hair loss can even mean more stress, according to Woodley Lloyd. In her practice, she says she has seen a noticeable increase in patients coming in, especially with hair thin concerns. Many of them because of GLP-1 side effects. Woodley Lloyd said the last time she saw an influx of patients with these concerns was during the pandemic due to unexpected amounts of stress in the body. The hair loss from GLP-1s is one of the most significant side effects that the beauty industry is watching, according to Aubrey Departure Montesel. Accenture's global beauty industry lead. GLP-1s have not only changed the way people lose weight, but the way consumers expect beauty and personal care to address the situation, she told CNBC, and it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Deprecator and Montesel called the size of the GLP-1 market unprecedented and said the business opportunity for the hair treatment market with this growing population sets the scene for innovation. On the life science side, we are seeing a lot of pharma brands raising funds to go after innovation and new solutions, she said. So a lot of money has been raised in the same name of this opportunity, which I think confirmed that there is definitely commercial property here as investors put dollars. I'm about to say pull out dollars, but pull out and put in dollars in this on both sides. Consumers who will be buying into the GLP-1 hair treatment market are also sticking around, the corrector Montes said, because hair treatment products often take a few months to begin showing results. These customers are expected to be highly loyal. Tapping into the market, brands are taking notes. In early April, Ulta Beauty CEO Kissa Steelman told Yahoo Finance that the company is seeing more consumers buy hair treatment products as a part of the GLP-1 craze. Redken, a hair care company owned by L'Oreal, created an entire treatment line specifically for consumers with thinning hair called the Acidic Grow Full System. We wanted to ensure that the Acidic Grow Full System range was tested on this specific population of GLP-1 users, as they may have unique hair care needs. Maureen Tahari, Redken's U.S. United States General Manager, told CNBC it was tested on current GLP-1 users who, when using the products, immediately noticed their hair looked fuller and felt thicker. Tahari said the company also saw a rise in Google searches for hair loss and weight loss drugs. Plans to continue to innovate its hair treatment products as the GLP-1 population grows. Nutrafol CEO Cindy Gustafson told CNBC the hair care brand similarly seen increased demand for hair health products, While we don't break out performance types of GLP-1 use, growth overall is being driven by increased awareness and a shift towards personalized, clinically supported solutions. Gustafson said the company expects this growth to continue as more people begin taking GLP-1s and searching for products to prevent or counteract hair thinning. Current Factor, another scalp health company, told CNBC that it's seeing 100% year-over-year growth in its direct-to-consumer store because of increased interest from GLP-1 users. We saw a lot of hair loss during COVID, so that was actually the first. Oh, in Russia. Okay. Y'all are not seeing the article. Good damn, I'm reading all this time. I will continue from here. I'm just reading passionate. We saw a lot of hair loss during COVID, so that was actually the first kind of spike of patients that came to Current Factor. Then after COVID, kind of so Lauren Bafamos, the company's chief commercial officer, told CNBC, and then now we're seeing that rise again with the GLP-1 craze. Bafamos said Current Factor has shifted the way it treats patients now, come from a more preventative perspective to get ahead of the possible hair loss while taking the drugs. For Cooper, the 29-year-old GLP-1 user, there may be light at the end of the tunnel. She experimented with many hair products over the past 3 years of taking weight loss drugs, hoping for her hair to return to its former thickness. I've been paying attention to it for about a year. I've been noticing its return. Cooper said a lot of people get nervous when they have the hair shed because it's like, oh my God, or because it's like, oh, I'm going to be bald for eternity, but the hair comes back. So that was what was letting me have peace with it, but it was scary. So I'm going to go back up, and I'm gonna read reread, all the way up to that part. Okay, so because here's the thing, right? We do have people, and welcome in, Max. Welcome in. Got a lot of new people here. Okay, I'll just show the comment just to be kind. Listen, I just try to, some of these people are trolls. But anyway, moving on. But glad to have all you here. So, like I said, we do have people who are, they can't hear, but they can see. So I definitely want to make sure that they can see. So I will read this again. I don't mind. We got time. Here we go. When Bernicia Cooper first began taking GLP-1 injection on Manjaro in late 2022, she heard online that she could experience temporary hair thinning and prepared for the work. But it would take about a year before she began noticing her hair falling out in clumps. Cooper said it was especially shocking because she always had thick hair. I was really hoping it would happen. Cooper, 29, told CNBC. What my provider had told me is that since you're on the medication that allowed you to lose weight at a faster rate, that's what can cause hair loss. Desperate to counteract the side effect, Cooper said she began prioritizing protein in her diet, taking vitamins intended to help her hair, and investing in hair care products meant to stimulate the scalp to foster growth. She's one of a growing number of GLP-1 users experiencing temporary hair loss from the drugs. Creating a new market for hair treatment products amid the weight loss drug craze, Cooper took to social media for support, where she found scores of other GLP-1 users experiencing the same thing. Excuse me there, everybody. There we go. Okay. While the discourse was less frequent at the beginning of her weight loss journey, the rise of GLP-1s has mentioned that more people are flocking to her pace, commiserate, and strategize. There's also been an increase of people wanting to know how to tackle it, but it's a lot of people who are wanting to know how they could possibly prevent, and that's just something I don't have the answer to. According to Gallup, the use of GLP-1 drugs has more than doubled since early 2024. The KFF health tracking poll found that roughly 1 in every 8 U.S. adults, or nearly 13%, are currently taking a GLP-1 drug. By 2030, JP Morgan estimates that roughly 25 million Americans will be on GLP-1, up from just 5 million in 2023. 25 million Americans. 25 million Americans by 2030. That is crazy. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So times 5 to 25 million. That is crazy work. Amid profit and loss, many GLP-1 users have seen significant results in losing weight, but the drugs come from multitude of side effects. Zepbound, manufactured by pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly, advertises common side effects on its website that includes hair loss, nausea, and vomiting, fatigue, and more. Mounjaro, also a Lilly drug, warns similar side effects along with Novarro, Nordisk, Ozempic, Wegovy, also includes hair loss and its possible side effects. It's a risk that's common with any type of significant weight loss because of the body changes, according to Dr. Heather Worley-Lloyd, a dermatologist and the chief medical advisor for hair care brand Nutrafol. Where you are losing weight either through a GLP-1 or any other type of weight loss, you may be taking less nutrients, less protein, and the weight loss itself can be a stressor, she told CNBC. Those consumers have been increasingly seeking out solutions to ease the physical process, according to Circana. The Chicago-based market research firm estimates that GLP-1 households spend approximately 30% more on beauty products than non-GLP-1 households. Hair loss solutions continue to be a standout growth segment in hair care, sustained by prolonged consumer stress since the pandemic and GLP-1 medication usage emerging as an incremental tailwind, said Larissa Jensen, Circana's health beauty industry advisor. Many GLP-1 users report temporary hair shedding, which is translating into increased demand for at-home growth treatments, scalp serums, and supplements. The hit to a GLP-1 user self-confidence from the hair loss can even mean more stress, according to Worley-Lloyd. In her practice, she has seen a noticeable increase in patients come in, specifically with hair thinning concerns, many of them because of the GLP-1 side effects. Worley-Lloyd said the last time she saw an influx of patients with these concerns was during the pandemic due to unexpected amounts of stress on the body. The hair loss from GLP-1s is one of the most significant side effects the beauty industry is watching, according to Audrey DePrechter-Monsell, Accenture's global beauty industry lead. GLP-1s have not just change the way people lose weight, but the way consumers expect beauty and personal care to address the situation, she told CNBC, and that's not one size small solution. The Precator Monticello called the size of the GLP-1 market unprecedented and said the business opportunity for the hair treatment market with this growing population sets the scene for innovation. On the life science side, we are seeing a lot of pharma brands raising funds to go after innovation, new solutions, she said. So a lot of money has been raised in the name of this opportunity, which I think confirmed that there is definitely a commercial opportunity for intellectual property in this GLP-1 market, but definitely a commercial opportunity here as investors put dollars in this on both sides. Consumers will be buying into the GLP-1 hair treatment market are also sticking around. The Precator Monticello said, because hair treatment products often take a few months to begin showing results, and these customers are expected to be highly loyal. Yes, indeed. There. Let's continue on. Tapping into the market, brands are taking notes in early April. Ulta Beauty CEO Kate Stillman told Yahoo Finance that the company is seeing more consumers buy hair treatment products as part of the GLP-1 craze. Redken, a haircut company owned by L'Oreal, created an entire hair treatment line specifically for consumers with hair thin called the SAG Grow Full System. We wanted to ensure that the SAG Grow Full System range was tested on this specific population of GLP-1 users as they may have unique hair care needs. Marnie Tahari, Redken's U.S. General Manager, told CNBC it was tested on current GLP-1 users who, when using the products, immediately noticed their hair looked fuller and felt thicker. Tahari said the company also saw a rise in Google searches for hair loss and weight loss drugs and plans to continue innovating its hair treatment products as the GLP-1 population grows. Nutrafol CEO Cindy Gustafson told CNBC the hair care brand is similarly seeing increased demand for hair health products. When we don't break out performance tied to GLP-1 use, overall growth is being driven by increased awareness and a shift towards personalized clinically supported solutions, she said. Gustafson said the company expects this growth to continue as more people begin taking GLP-1s and searching for products to prevent or counteract hair thinning. Current Factor, another scalp health company, told CNBC that it's seeing 100% growth year over year in its direct-to-consumer store because of an increased interest from GLP-1 users. We saw a lot of hair loss during COVID, so that was actually the first kind of spike of patients that came to Current Factor. Then after COVID kind of settled, Lauren Bafalmus, the company's chief commercial officer, told CNBC, and then now we're seeing that rise again with the GLP-1 craze. Bafalmus said Current Factor has shifted the way it treats patients now, to now come from a more preventative perspective to get ahead of possible hair loss while taking the drugs. For Cooper, the 29-year-old GLP-1 user, there may be a light at the end of the tunnel. She experimented with many hair loss products over the past 3 years, taking weight loss drugs, hoping for her hair to return to its former thickness. I've been paying attention to it for about a year. I've been noticing its return. Cooper said a lot of people they get nervous when they have the hair shedding because it's like, I'm going to be bald for eternity, but the hair comes back. So that was what let me have peace with it, but it was scary. So this is not to alarm anybody. This is just to let you know that if you want to lose weight, there are side effects, of course, with everything, but is it really worth it to keep sticking yourself in order for hair to fall out? Like, really? And last thing, now when I saw this, I'm just like, oh my God, I have to include this in the show, but how am I going to do it? Y'all look at this from CNBC as well. And honestly, y'all, I could not believe this when I saw it. I could not believe this when I saw it. Hershey says GLP-1s are driving higher gum and mint sales. Okay, so key points. Hershey CEO Kurt Tanner said the chocolatier is seeing higher sales for its mints and gum thanks to the growing adoption of GLP-1 drugs. Sales of Hershey's Icebreakers rose 8% in the first quarter due to the trend. Tanner said bad breath, or so-called Ozempic breath, is not an official. Child, you cannot make this stuff up. Listen, normally how somebody's mouth is when it comes to, how they, how their breath smells is usually not a side effect, but this is apparently a real thing with GLP-1 drugs. So I'm just informing you because that's what we do. We cover everything else of the culture. Okay. All right. Moving on. Bad breath, or so-called Ozempic breath, is not listed as an official side effect, but some people who take GLP-1 medications report experiencing bad breath. So there are the icebreakers there. Hershey is seeing higher sales for its mints and gum thanks to the use of GLP-1 drugs. We've also seen a strong demand for gum and mints as the category benefits from functional snacking tailwinds, including GLP-1 adoption. CEO Kirk Tanner said in pre-recorded remarks ahead of the company's earnings conference call Thursday, retail sales for our third largest confection brand, icebreakers. Oh wow, the third largest. Good for you, icebreakers. Okay, then. Increased over 8% in the core, while Tanner didn't specify why the increasing usage of GLP-1 agonists fuel mint and gum sales. Some people who take medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro report experiencing halitosis or bad breath. However, so-called Ozempic breath is not an official listed side effect for the medication. Dental experts have linked the drugs to dry mouth, likely caused by dehydration, and changes to saliva caused by the medication. Hershey isn't the only company known for its sweet treats. There's reporting a surprising lift from GLP-1 users. Swiss chocolate Linnet and Springelli said in March that U.S. sales of premium chocolate rose faster last year among people who used the medication than those who weren't. And then, of course, the Magnum ice cream company told investors that data suggests that the growing adoption of GLP-1 drugs will likely boost sales of its more expensive products that come in smaller portions or offer more protein or potato fruit. It called the trend the premium treat substitution effect. Okay, then, never heard that before until now, but we learn something new every day. As consumers using GLP-1s are eliminating the low-quality munching categories first, categories like premium chocolate, premium ice cream, and protein snacks could gain share in the overall snacking market. CEO Pierre Tier-Cove said on the company's earnings conference call in February. The boost to Hershey's sales from freshening mints and gum, as well as a 17% jump in sales of its protein bars, helped the company quarterly revenue climb more than 10% in the first quarter. However, shares were down more than 2% in morning trading. So there is that for you. So if you have Ozempic breath, icebreakers, and Linnet chocolate actually works out. So there it is there. All right. Let's continue on. I know what y'all thinking. Like, Bray, really? Are you serious? Y'all, listen. I don't have to make up anything to have a channel. I ain't gotta be a one-trick pony. Keep talking about, Carissa Shields and Krishan Rock and Remy Ma just to have a YouTube channel or any platform. Okay, there's plenty of stuff to talk about. You ain't gotta wait for nothing to die or nothing to rise or this, that, or the third, or to be a content creator. If you are washed up, dried up, and you ain't got nothing else, just say that shit. But don't disrespect the intelligence of your audience, okay? All right. If that bull ain't for you, don't pick it up. If what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond to me. But if you respond to me, it must be true about your behind to some damn degree, a fifth, quarter, or half of it. Let's continue on. Here we go. So, check this out, y'all. Staples in Party City. Now, I know what you're thinking. Staples, where I go get like office supplies and I can get like laptops and stuff. Yes, Staples in Party City announced strategic partnership to make celebrations easy. Here we go, everybody. Just in time for graduation season, Staples is expanding its in-store experience for Party City, now available in more than 700 locations nationwide and on staples.com, with plans to expand to additional stores by the end of 2026. So here we go. Party City at Staples. Epic party start here. So right there. This is what it's going to look like when you go in. So they actually cleared out a section there. And then there are all the balloons right there. All right, here we go. Let's get into it, y'all. From Framingham, Massachusetts, Staples and Party City announced today a strategic partnership to bring Party City in more than 700 Staples locations nationwide and on staples.com, with plans to expand to additional stores by the end of 2026. Just in time for graduation season, the collaboration brings Party City's selection of balloons, decor, and party supplies, with Staples, who sell office supplies, same-day print and marketing services. Together, this creates a single destination for a wide range of personal and professional occasions, from birthdays and baby showers to grand openings and retirement parties. Customers can shop party decor, tableware, gift bags, costume accessories, and favors, while also creating personalized invitations, banners, yard signs, and posters through Staples print services. Together, these offerings are making it easy for customers to plan and personalize every celebration in one place. With nearly 4 million high school students expected to graduate in 2026. Thank God for that. Because have you seen what's been happening with the government trying to cut out, the Department of Education and trying to cut this, that, and third out? The fact that 4 million high school students are graduating, praise God, we got people who are achieving graduation, who are completing school. Amen. Praise him and hallelujah. And graduation related spending exceeding $6.8 billion last year. $6.8 billion last year. The demand for convenient one-stop celebration solutions continues to grow. Staples has always been focused on making things easy for our customers. Our partnership with Party City takes that promise into new territory, said Marshall Morkin, president of Staples U.S. Retail. By bringing Party City into Staples stores, we are expanding what customers can accomplish in one place, like buying helium balloons, party supplies with our print and marketing services to offer a complete solution for celebrations from graduations to grand openings and everything in between. The in-store experience features more ways to personalize each event, including a range of latex and foil balloons inflated with helium and ready to take home. Customers can choose from a wide assortment of colors, sizes, and shapes. In the coming weeks, customers will be able to schedule balloon pickups in advance through Staples.com and Staples app, making it even easier to plan your upcoming celebrations. For as long as we can all remember, Party City has been the trusted go-to for balloons and party goods, known for quality, creativity, and celebration, says Joe Weinshanker, CEO of Ad Populum, owner of Party City. As we take the new Party City to more places than ever before, finding the right partners is essential. Staples stood out mainly not only for its national footprint, but its strong connection to the communities we both have been a part for years. It felt like a natural fit from the start. Together, we're making it easier for our millions of combined local customers to celebrate and party with confidence at their local Party City, now at Staples. So, celebrate the launch, everybody. Staples and Party City are celebrating the partnership with great deals for customers to create memorable celebrations. These include buy 2, get 1 free select foil balloons. The offer is valid right here from April 19th, 2026 to May, July, August, September, October. May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah. So October 13th, 2026, in-store online for in-store pickup. Valid on regularly priced foil balloons up to $6.99. Discount applies to the lowest priced item. Excludes air-filled balloons. For details, visit Staples.com/Party City. We'll go over that here in just a little bit. $5 off of your party supplies. Purchase of $25 or more. Same date rate. Oh, actually, my bad. Different. This is going to, this ended 2 days ago. I am sorry. I did not know. Okay. Listen, I'm just trying to inform y'all what's going on. Don't get mad at me. It was available online in select stores via the Staples app Clip app coupon to redeem in store. Inflated balloon bouquets starting at $19.99, and that is available through May, January, March, April, May, June. Okay, June. My bad. Ciao. My brain is still waking up. Through June 13th, 2026. Through June 13th, 2026. Through June 13th, 2026. I'm like, what? Where did I get October from? January, March, April, May, June. So June. 40% off of custom cards. Invitations, photos, wrapping paper, posters, banners, and yard signs from April 19th to June 13th, 2026, in-store online. For more details, visit Staples/print. Single latex standard balloons start at $2, available in-store online, and party supplies starting at $1.49. available in-store and online. As the partnership expands, Staples and Party City plan to share additional updates, expanded store availability, and new milestones throughout the year. To be notified when the party arrives at your local Staples, visit staples.com/Party City. You know what? Honestly, I love it when businesses can be smart like this. Because think about it, right? If you are already out and about, right, and you got to get the balloons and everything else, what do you usually do? You got to go to a FedEx, you got to go to a Kinko's, you got to go to a Staples, you got to go somewhere in order to get your, the banners and everything else. But the fact that Staples are going to have their printers and their marketing services combined with this is amazing. So, like, well done. I love a business that is smart with their energy. So here it is here. Party City at Staples right here. So you can shop online as well. All the licensed characters there. This is well done. Well done. Okay, so here it is here. So they have Alabama, Arizona, the Princess of Arizona. That SNL was funny as all hell. Anyway, moving on. California. A lot of stores got a lot of them. Oh my God, it keeps going on and on and on. Okay. Now we are in Colorado. Shout out to Angel. Hopefully Angel and her husband Bobby are doing well. Love those guys. Connecticut. Delaware. Florida. Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey. Yes, indeed, there. I know they're probably like, would you just say New Jersey regularly, please? Of course. Let's see. Sorry, I think I skipped. I skipped. My bad. Okay, New Mexico, New York. Shout out to y'all. North Carolina. There we go. Ohio. Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia. So if you do not see your state, and yes, I know people in Arkansas are like, really, we got Staples. I know you do. You just got to wait. Okay, but it seems like this is going to be all. It seems like they're going to be at all their stores. I think they said they're going to expand to like 700 stores. So all in due time. All right. So congratulations, Staples and Party City. Well done. And by the way, if you need a branding officer for Party City, call me, because a Party City, all you can eat buffet, we can utilize what you got to throw parties and stuff with games and arcades and stuff. Just call me. Just call me at Oplium. Just call me. I'm available for hire. All right, let's keep going, everybody. It's time to talk about the Oscars, everybody. Yes, indeed. Shout out to National Public Radio, and shout out to the couple that I think they gave over $100 million to save NPR. Shout out to them. Academy announces major overhaul to the rules. Here we go. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has announced several significant rule changes for the 99th Oscars, including AI protections for actors and writers, as well as expanded eligibility for international films. A statement to National Public Radio, the Academy on Saturday said the changes are in response to listening to the global filmmaking community and addressing barriers to entry in its eligibility process. The Academy added that its rules eligibility standards have always evolved alongside technologies such as sound, color, and CGI, and that AI is no different. Awards and guidelines are reviewed and refined each year. A blow for Tilly Norwood. Among the most noteworthy changes, the Academy now explicitly states that only roles demonstrated by humans with their consent are eligible for acting awards. In other words, AI creations like the much-hyped Tilly Norwood cannot hope to win Best Actress Oscar anytime soon. All I have to say to that is this. Shouldn't. No AI director should be winning an award. No AI producers. Like, y'all, what are we doing here? What's the point of going to film school for all those years just to have a piece of technology beat you? The hell? Sinners cannot have been done in AI. Wicked cannot have been done in AI. Human ingenuity still matters, everybody. Let's continue here. Oh, you know what? That's where they got those. Cafeteria tables. I didn't know where those came from. Anyway, Particle 6, the production company behind Nora, did not immediately respond to NPR's request for comment on Saturday about its creations banned for consideration. In March, Norwood commented, "Can't wait to go to the Oscars." Instagram post announcing its newly released music video. The Academy also requires screenplays to be human authored and said it reserves the right to investigate the use of generative AI in any submission. Meanwhile, qualifying flesh and blood human actors can be nominated for multiple performances in the same category if those performances get enough votes to land in the top 5. So someone like Anne Hathaway, who has 5 major movies, okay? Anne Hathaway is working, darling. She's working. Mommy's working, okay? Shout out to Fairy Godmother from Shrek 2. Ever since she said that, I'm like, yep, that's part of my lexicon. Mother's working. Mother's working. Mother's working. Scheduled for release in 2026, could now theoretically sweep the nominations, so the outcome is extremely unlikely. I believe that Michael and the Devil Wears Prada 2 could be Oscar nominees. I really do. Both great movies. I saw both of them this past weekend. I may review them this week. Just stay tuned. If an actor has an extremely prolific year, we might even see someone swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever went through a time in life where everything was so overwhelming and you were at your wit's end? Y'all know I gotta do it, right? Y'all know I gotta do it. Y'all know I gotta do it. Give me a moment, y'all. Oh my God, the memes just don't stop. Just give me a moment. All right, here we go, y'all. Bishop, let them know. Let them know, Bishop. Let them know, Bishop Jakes. Hang on. All right, here we go. Let them know, good sir. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know, if it had not been for the Lord that was on my side, I would have been.
Y'all saw the thumbnail, you know my voice is damn it, you know why you're here. Don't look at me like that.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you were at your wit's end? That is my point of view. Because my point of view in the Easter story is relational.
Let's get back to our damn destination about the Oscars. We might even see someone swallow up 3 of the 5 nominations, wrote Deadline Awards columnist and chief film critic Pete Hammond about the changes. Probably won't happen, but now it's possible. Under previous rules, an actor can only receive 1 nomination per category if they had 2 high-ranking performances for Best Actor. For example, only the one with the most votes would move forward. International films prioritize filmmakers over countries, while international films could still be the official selection of their countries, they now can qualify for winning the top prize at major international festivals such as Palme d'Or at Cannes, France, the Cannes Film Festival, the Golden Lion at Venice, or the World Cinema Grand Jury Prize at Sundance Film Festival, everybody. Historically, countries owned the nomination, only allowing one film per country was allowed. The new rules allow multiple films from the same country to compete if they are critically acclaimed. It shifts the honor from a geopolitical entity to the filmmakers themselves. That is a huge update there. That is for the good. Largely positive response to changes that prompted a largely positive reaction from the film community on social media, such as the popular Shade Room. Come on, Shade Room on NPR. That's huge. The Shade Room entertainment and celebrity focused Instagram feed where commenters praise the only human move to protect creative jobs. The Academy's Awards Committee oversees the rules in tandem with branch executive committees, the International Feature Film Executive Committee, and the Scientific and Technical Awards Executive Committee. The rules are scheduled to go into effect next year, covering films released in 2026. So, like I said, y'all, I do believe, that the Devil Wears Prada and Michael could both be contenders. I really, really do. I mean, they did their good shit with those films. They really, really, really did. I have to tell you, they really, really did their thing. So, yes, indeed. So, AI acting and writing, no go. No go. And no go. Yes, indeed, there. So, good stuff there. All right there. So let's continue on here because we do have more now. For those of you, like I said, may know this, Spirit Airlines shut down. And I saw this morning. I had to let y'all hear it. So here we go.
We got a notice from our union that we're going to be ceasing operations at 3 a.m. Eastern time today. Met a lot of friends along the way. Had some great conversations with some of you over the 14 years. Had some not so great conversations occasionally. A lot of crazy stuff has happened, but it's funny as we sit here, I'll speak for myself. I don't remember any of the bad times, just the good ones. So, Spirit, believe it or not, started flying in 1983. I think it was called Charter Air at the time. And in 1992, it changed its name to Spirit. So we've been in the air since 1983. What is that? 43 years. And unfortunately, that's over. So thank you for your support over the years. And onward and upward, right? Go. God bless you all.
I know that for some of us, all we know how to talk about is Carissa Shields and Remy Ma and Krishan Rock, which are mostly all richer than the lot of y'all that are talking about them. Especially with Carissa Shields, that she can come into any one of y'all houses, whoop your ass, take whatever's in your house, and then leave, and then still be richer than your existence will never be. But we do have things like that going on where 17,000 people have lost their jobs, right? And it does get frustrating to the point of like, is that it? Is that all you got to give? Shout out to Bishop T.D. Jakes because he talked about with Oprah that, you might be a 10-gallon person, but you might have been born to pint-sized capacities of families that might not just be families, so there might be friends and who you can connect yourself to, but that's neither here nor there. But listen, as you know, we cover everything else in the culture over here. And, we keep up with the airline industry because, we talk about travel, specifically when it comes to theme parks. We've done some Las Vegas live streams, rebranding Las Vegas hotels, talking about the all-inclusive package recently that is developing in Vegas and the shift in Vegas that's happening, right? So travel has always been a very critical portion of our show. And so when I saw that Spirit was shutting down, the first thing I thought of was the staff and crew. Without the staff and crew, you have nothing, right? And 43 years is a very long time. Very long time to be in the air. So I send my light, my love, and my prayers to you all. And actually, I want to pull something up from LinkedIn, because I think that this goes along with this story. And when I saw this, it really gave me some solace. And I hope that for the people at Spirit Airlines and for everybody who has been applying for jobs, it gives you some solace too, because child, when you're trying to do the best you can to be more for yourself, it's not easy. It's not. Let me go to that post. I share so much, y'all, on LinkedIn. It's ridiculous. But I think that this is very timely. Give me a moment, y'all. I'm almost there. Right here. So I wanted to show y'all this here. Shout out to this sister here. Her name is Jazzy M. I'll show her profile here in just a little bit. Why is it not allowing me to? Okay, see how technology wants to work. But this is her here. Jazz M. Want to show off her profile where she's been, right? So Jazzy Lee here, journalist, business career, speaker, and personal brand strategist. As you can see, she's been in The Cut, Rolling Stone, Fader, Refinery 29, Well, Plus Good, Stylecaster. I hope that this inspires y'all, and I hope it inspires Spirit. Rejection is protection. Star emoji there, or the star, yeah, that would be emoji, right? Yes. There's something really exciting out there for me, so I'm moving forward. And I want to bring this up here. So you see all of these no replies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I have to tell you, when I saw this, y'all, I had to comment right here. I had to comment. I said, thank you so much for your transparency. I can definitely relate. I cannot tell you how many times, I can't tell you how many of those I have. It's humbling, it's ratifying, and comforting to know that we're all trying our best to be better. I'm pulling for you, for me, and for everybody who's trying to get in the door. We're not asking for the world we want. We're just asking to just give us a shot. So shout out to Jazzy Lee for this. I can almost cry. So impactful, so insightful, and so thoughtful to be this open, this vulnerable, and this candid to say, hey, y'all, listen. It's not just you, it's me too. It's not just you, it's me too. It's not just you, it's me too. And I think it's important that we all know that it's not just us out there. Amen. But here's the good news. You ready for some good news with this? Let's go simple flying right now. Spirit Airlines right here, the People's Carrier movement to restart Spirit Airlines reaches $22 million in pledges. $22 million in pledges. $22 million in pledges. Okay, let's try that. So that is absolutely incredible. That soon as the shutdown happened, they're like, no, we need Spirit. And I think that this goes to show how everybody made fun of Spirit over the years. My mom has always said people may not remember what you say, they may not remember what you do, but they always remember how you made them feel. And you don't know what you have until it's gone. So let's get into it here. Spirit Airlines may have ceased operations, but a growing routes campaign is trying to ensure that the ultra low-cost carrier does not disappear from the sky. Just a day after Spirit's final flights landed, I don't know who that is, y'all. Sorry. The ultra low cost carrier. I'm sorry. Let me flip that reverse. Rewind that back one more time. Spirit Airlines may have ceased operations, but a growing grassroots campaign is trying to ensure the ultra low cost carrier does not disappear from the skies. Just a day after Spirit's final flights landed, a community-led initiative called Let's Buy Spirit announced that it had already attracted more than $22 million in public pledges aimed at reviving the airline. The effort, organized online and amplified through social media, proposes transforming Spirit into a publicly supported community-owned airline model after the Green Bay Packers. The movement has quickly gained traction among former Spirit passengers, aviation enthusiasts, and employees affected by the carrier's collapse. Supporters argue that Spirit played a vital role in keeping airfare affordable across the United States, particularly for budget-conscientious travelers who depended on the airline's ultra-low-cost network. While the campaign is still in its early stages, its rapid fundraising momentum underscores how strongly some travelers identified with the brand despite its controversial reputation and mixed reviews. How Spirit Airlines reached the end. Spirit Airlines officially ceased operations on May 2nd after mounting financial pressure, multiple bankruptcy structurings, and failed attempts to secure additional funding, including the rising costs in jet fuel because of the wonderful president that everybody else voted for. I mean, it's so sarcastic when I say that. If you can't detect that, then you really need to check your frontal cortex, which for some of y'all did not develop after the age of 26, and some of y'all don't have the attention span to do a live stream. That's what one person said. Don't get mad at me. That's their words. Let's roll on. The airline immediately grounded its fleet, canceling all flights and leaving thousands of passengers scrambling for alternatives. The shutdown marked the end of 34 years of operation, but really 43 years of operation for one of the most recognizable ultra low-cost carriers in North America. The carrier's final chapter unfolded rapidly after merger attempts with both JetBlue Airways and Frontier Airlines. Now, with JetBlue Airways, we talked about this. The CEO said, we will never partner with JetBlue, and then they flipped. That's why, in the words of Justin Bieber and Dana Smith, you never say never. And Frontier Airlines failed to secure long-term stability. Spirit struggled under rising fuel prices, debt obligations, and increased operational costs. The airline had reportedly explored federal assistance and additional restructuring measures, but negotiations ultimately collapsed. Now, we did talk about that during our Airline Live, where the government could have had a 90% stake. A 90% stake in Spirit Airlines. So basically a government-owned airline. And we all know what's happening with ICE, and we all know what's happening with the TSA workers, right? So, yeah, that would not have been good for anybody. Spirit's final revenue flight lands in Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, DFW, shortly before the airline formally announced its shutdown. So right here, let's watch that on Instagram. Here we go.
Spirit Airlines just went bankrupt, right? There's more than 250 million individuals over the age of 18 in the United States. Now, if we took only 20% of them, and basically the average fare of a Spirit Airlines flight we could buy Spirit Airlines. I made that video a couple of hours ago, and now I literally created a website called letsbuyspirit.com so that you can all buy Spirit Airlines. You can pledge $100,000 to help buy Spirit Airlines. This started as a joke. This is clearly not becoming a joke. Hi, my name's Hunter. I really like airplanes. I guess I'm doing it from making the new Spirit of Spirit. So I'm moving. Let's buy Spirit.
Well done, well done, well done, well done. I want to bring up something real quick, if I can. Because I just find it quite interesting how all of a sudden people want to buy Spirit Airlines, but there was a black man that wanted to buy Spirit Airlines here. And we actually talked about this here, right here. From Lee Bailey's Euroweb, the SAG collapse Spirit Airlines and the crush stream of black-owned aviation, how Hashim's Walsh story create the first black-owned commercial airline ended before takeoff. Hashim Walter seemed like the kind of underdog story America loves. Just 30 years old, the New Orleans entrepreneur launched an ambitious bid to acquire Spirit Airlines through his investment consortium, the Latner Group. His goal to turn the struggling carrier into the first black-owned commercial airline in United States history. It was bold, it was historic, and now appears to be dead before it ever truly began. Spirit Airlines is preparing to cease operations as of that day, May 1st, 2026, following the collapse of a $500 million federal rescue deal with the 47th administration. The ultra-low-cost carrier will likely shut down within 24 hours. For Walter, the timing could not be more tragically ironic. How we got here. Walter's first gained national attention in early 2025. His vision of unite influential black leaders across sectors to rescue Spirit from financial distress captured headlines. He spoke of economic empowerment, legacy, and morally sound leadership. He wanted to prove that companies can contribute positively to all levels of American society. The Spirit problems ran deeper rather than any single rescue big fix. The airline had already filed bankruptcy twice, first in late 2024, then again in August of 2025. A proposed $3.8 billion merger with JetBlue was blocked on antitrust grounds in 2024, leaving Spirit without partner to absorb its mounting debt. It came a sharp spike in jet fuel costs tied to the conflict in Iran, and of course, that dumb fuck right there, the one that everybody else voted for and added tariffs, and then the Supreme Court had to say, okay, we know that you can't stand black people or anybody that doesn't look like you, sound like you, or move like you, unless you can utilize them for cultural capital, so you can keep causing hell. Unless they move like that, you don't care about them, right? Let's continue here. Put unsustainable pressure on Spirit's already thin profit margins. By the time Walters emerged as a potential savior, the window was already closing. The federal rescue that wasn't the final blow came in April 2026. The 47th administration proposed a $500 million government rescue package, but the deal collapsed when bond holders balked at the terms. The government would have received a 90% stake in the company in exchange for the loan, effectively nationalizing Spirit before any private bidder, including Walters, could take control. Bondholders refused to sign on. The administration walked away, and Spirit ran out of road. Internal report now confirmed the airline was winding down as of May 1st. A spokesperson said Spirit is still operating as usual to complete scheduled flights, with the shutdown is expected within hours. Saturday, May 2nd, 2026, may mark the end of Spirit Airlines entirely, which we do know it is. A bitter setback for Hashim Walsh. For most travelers, it's an inconvenience. For Walters, it is the crushing of a historic dream. He is not a novice dreamer. At 22 years old, he became the youngest candidate for mayor of New Orleans, Louisiana, led by Tom Roulet. Let the good times roll, baby. Running as independent, he has served as special assistant to the district attorney, executive assistant to the president of the New Orleans City Council, and an anti-money laundering analyst specializing in financial crime investigations. Hey, for Governor Wes Moore's, administration and Vice President Jasmine Crockett's Vice President Jasmine Crockett and me being the press secretary, could you just join our administration? Because that anti-money laundering analyst perspective really could be used. and we could probably go after 47 there by the administration and his supporters who did money laundering over these past 8 years. Moving on, though, he holds a Bachelor of Arts in Media and Film Studies from Birmingham Southern College and is a graduate of the Loyola Institute of Politics. Walters built the Latner Group with serious intent. He rallied influential Black leaders. He put together a consortium that could have made history, but timing is cruel. Spirit's financial collapse accelerated in late 2025 and early 2026, precisely when Walters was trying to gain traction. The airline failed to unlock $240 million in restricted cash, needed to maintain equity. Excuse me, for 1 moment. Give me 1 moment, y'all. I'll be right back. 1 moment. Woo. All right, good damn allergies. Hey, I'm back. Nice to see you here. Okay. Fuel prices spiked. The JetBlue merger collapse left a void that no private bidder could quickly fill enough. So there is Mr. Hashim Walters there. What could have been, had Spirit survived another year, Walters might have had a real chance. His vision of the first Black-owned commercial airline will have been a landmark achievement in American transportation and economic history. It will join the ranks of other Black-led breakthroughs in industries long dominated by majority ownership. Instead, Walters is left watching a bankrupt airline shut its doors. He has not publicly commented on the shutdown yet, but only one can imagine his frustration. He did everything right, assembled a consortium, attracted attention, articulated a clear vision. He cannot control two bankruptcies, a block merger, and a Middle East conflict, spiking fuel prices for bondholders refusing to accept government terms. Larger lesson, this is not a story of failure, it is a story of heartbreaking timing. Walters represents something rare, a young, qualified, morally driven entrepreneur trying to use capitalism as a force for economic empowerment. He wanted to show that Black ownership in transportation is possible. He almost got his chance. Instead, Spirit Airlines will likely take its final flight on May 2nd, 2026, and Hashim Walters will be left wondering what might have been. Well, here's the thing, right? If Hashim Walters really wants to do this thing, I think he really could team up with this Let's Buy Spirit thing, right? So let's buy SPIRIT.com. We'll go to that website here in just a little bit. Here.com. Give me one moment to everybody. All right, so let's go back to this here. According to the organizers behind the Let's Buy Spirit campaign, the movement is designed to give ordinary travelers a direct stake in the future of low-cost aviation. The campaign's website describes Spirit as the people's carrier, arguing that affordable air travel should not disappear simply because traditional investors walked away from the company. The People's Carrier crowdfunding effort aims to bring Spirit back. The campaign has gained visibly large through social media, particularly Instagram, where supporters have been sharing mock branding concepts, fundraising milestones, and proposal for restructured airlines. The account prompting Spirit 2.0 represents the effort more than just a nostalgic revival campaign. Organizers rather as opportunity to rethink airline ownership in the United States. Under the proposed model, contributors will effectively help create a publicly supported airline with broad community participation rather than traditional corporate control. While details remain limited, organizers have referenced the Green Bay Packers ownership structure, the NFL's only community-owned franchise. The Packers model has long been viewed as unique in American professional sports because ownership is distributed among thousands of shareholders rather than a concentrated in within a single billionaire or investment group. If the Spirit revival effort were to succeed, it will be one of the first major attempts to apply a similar structure to commercial aviation. That alone has generated considerable discussion across online aviation communities. Airlines have historically relied on institutional investors, private equity groups, or large corporate structures to remain operational due to the industry's enormous capital requirements. The idea of a community-owned airline therefore represents both an ambitious financial challenge and a symbolic statement about Spirit's role in the broader market. Despite frequent criticism of ancillary fees, tight seating, and operational disruption, Spirit dramatically changed the price landscape in the United States for the past 2 decades. The airline's presence often forced larger competitors to lower fares on overlapping routes, benefiting millions of travelers who actually never flew Spirit themselves. Could Spirit become aviation's Green Bay Packers? The movement has also attracted attention due to the emotional response to Spirit's collapse. Many travelers Spirit represent accessible air travel at scale unmatched by legacy carriers. The airline connected to small leisure markets, enabled ultra cheap domestic vacations, and opened flying to passengers who otherwise may not have traveled frequently. Following the shutdown announcement, social media platforms were flooded with tributes, photos of final flights, and stories from longtime customers and employees. At the same time, skeptics have questioned whether a community-backed airline could realistically survive in today's aviation market. The airline industry remains notoriously volatile, with razor-thin margins, fluctuating fuel costs, labor shortages, and intense competition. Even well-established carriers backed by major investment firms regularly struggle during economic downturns or operational disruptions. Reviving Spirit will likely not only require substantial capital, but also regulatory approvals, fleet access, staffing, and complete rebuilt operational structure. Still, the campaign's rapid accumulation of more than $22 million in pledges demonstrates how deeply Spirit resonated with the segment of the travel public. If the movement ultimately develops into a serious acquisition attempt or remains a symbolic grassroots effort, it already has reignited debate about the future of affordable air travel in the United States. For many supports, the disappearance of Spirit represents a possible erosion of genuinely low-cost flying. The organizers behind Let's Buy Spirit continue to promote the idea that the airline's future should belong to people who actually use it. In an industry traditionally dominated by corporate consolidation and institutional ownership, that message has proven powerful enough to generate millions of public backing just within a day after Spirit shut down. So I want to show y'all something. As y'all know, I always say a lot happens early over here. So I want to show y'all this. So right here, let me show y'all this. So talked about that 1 year ago, talked about that 8 months ago, talked about that 8 months ago, talked about that 2 weeks ago, rather, right there. Now, here's this live right here. The Spirit Airlines Black-owned Conversation Town Hall. Streamed that about a year ago, right? 1 year ago. So I'm going to go to Ask, Summarize the Video. Like I said, a lot happens early over here. That's why, sometimes when I see stuff, I'm like, okay. We'll talk about it. So right here, this video features a town hall style live stream hosted by Brandon Lee, where he discusses the news that entrepreneur Hashim Walters has launched the LUVAHP Group with the mission of acquiring Spirit Airlines to create the first Black-owned commercial airline in the United States. Key highlights from the discussion: context on Spirit Airlines. The host provides background on the airline's current financial distress and Chapter 11 bankruptcy. A CNBC report is featured to explain the operational financial challenges the company has faced. Right here, creative rebranding pitch. Brainly engages his audience by brainstorming a potential rebranding for the airline, dubbing it Foam Airlines, flying on optimism, achievements, and momentum. Yes. He collaborates with his viewers to design a logo using AI tools and proposes a foam or a fat port, foam access tab for in-flight entertainment. The power of community. Braylon emphasizes that he's the first creator on YouTube to discuss this specific topic, showcasing his channel's role in pioneering niche cultural conversations. Future outlook. The host expresses his support for Hashim Walters and mentions his intention to contact him to share these creative ideas and potentially collaborate. So let's go to this because y'all be able to see this. Of course, we do bring joy over here quite often. Yes, we do. Try to wait for that to load up, y'all. right here. Welcome to Foam Airlines, where we're all about flying on optimism, achievements, and I want y'all to be able to see it clearly here.
Music and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at
And yes, I liked my own live right here. Welcome to Foam Airlines, where we're all about flying on optimism, achievements, and momentum. Oh, now I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, Braylon. What you mean, like foam that is flying at a foam party? Yes, yes. There is not an airline that has an emotional connection to the culture. That's true. So when you're getting on a airplane from Foam Airlines, you're flying on the optimism of the energy of where you're going to, right? You're flying on the achievements, right, of all the work it took, not only that it took, but also the mental that you use to get on that flight. And then you're flying on the momentum of knowing that you are with a staff and crew that cares about what they do. Now, listen, I told y'all this is what I do. I told y'all this is what I do. I told y'all this is what I do. Now, this is Divine Virtuous Woman right here. I like the momentum name for sure, so I dropped that there. That's Liddell still. That's Justine Battle there. And Divine Virtuous Woman still comments from time to time. So yes, indeed. But let's keep going, though. Flying on optimism, achievements, and momentum. Foam Airlines. Now, listen. This is just for entertainment purposes only, okay? But we're gonna have some fun tonight. We are like we always do. So this is from the airline report. Now, you guys remember I told y'all about Virgin America, right? So Virgin America had these seats here, right? And what you see here is ambient lighting, right? So the system called Red features movies, TV shows on demand, live satellite TV, food and drink ordering, and other informational features. What I liked most about the system was how responsive it was. I never encountered any lag in the system, which makes the user experience quite enjoyable. I was thankful the live TV was free, as I found the other selection is a bit too expensive for my taste. The satellite TV selection is limited to 18 channels compared to 36 on JetBlue and certain channels network, but I was always able to find something to watch, and here it is here. So you could order food, you can talk to the passengers. So if we're trying to think, right, of a interface, right, I would think this right here. Hey, Shayla, welcome back in. Glad to have you here. You can tell this was one of the older shows because we got that virtual tour music from back in the day. Man. First time I've watched this in a long time, y'all, man. I remember when I did this live, man. And nobody was really talking about it on YouTube like that. So I'm just like, why not? So here it is here. Let's skip forward. I thought, why not have a conversation on it? So far, and this is just for fun, y'all. Okay? So I came up with Foam. Flying on optimism, achievements, and momentum airlines. Foam Airlines. Not to mention too, you can do the colors in red, green, black, and yellow. Actually, hang on. We're gonna have some fun. Like I said, give me one moment. We'll go skip for just a little bit. Because sometimes it helps to see something. So we did this here. So this was the logo part of it. So we're just going to keep going until y'all tell me what y'all like. So there's that one. There's that one. There's that one. Okay. There's that one. There's that one. There's that one. That one there, I like that one. If you know, you know. There's that one. There's that one. And this is all from artificial intelligence technology. That one. That one. That one. So I took them all through there. That one. Skip ahead. Yes, do that. So you see the comments there. I like the royal purple. I think this one's the best one, honestly. I really do. Because airplane on the back. You think about, culture, right? That is African, Swahili writing, right? And you got the acronym FOAM, flying on optimism, achievements, and momentum. Let's go with that one. Okay, we'll go with that one. So what with this one? Okay, variations loading. Okay, here are all the variations. I don't think we really need nothing else. To be honest with you, I really don't. Like, these are like decent variations, but I feel like this one is our logo. Like, if we're doing it. Okay, now here's one with the stars. Now I like that one too, so we can keep that in mind. But I still feel like that one right there said, Oh, and y'all look at this. 100 plus branding, customizable designs, including your brand kit subscription. So here it is. Foam Airlines here. Now I'm trying to think of the platform that I utilize this through. Facebook here. So you got branded profile, social profiles there. You got social covers there. Business cards there. Email signatures there. Look at that email signature. Letterheads. Brand guidelines. Website. Yeah, we rebranded Spirit Live. These are all the colors here. So as you can see, it's still black and royalty there. And then the core. What did I do? What did I do? Hang on. Go back. Hang on. I'm trying to buy another right now. Just trying to show people. So there's social posts there. There's social stories right there. Look at that. Advertisements. Blog banners. And then, of course, we'll be able to you can customize the colors there. And y'all look at that merchandising. And the sign right there, that could be for the Foam Airlines airport. Oh, I love it. You see how fun it is to be original? Damn, so there it is. Back then, so I want to take a screenshot of that. That way, concept, I know. Man, this was that way we know there. So that is there. You thought you saw a crown where? You know what? Yes, that's what it's missing. That's what it's missing. That's what it's missing. Okay, hang on. Let me see. Can we add some? Here are all the symbols there. So let's do crown. I think I mentioned the platform in this live. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in here. So there's that one. That one. That one. Oh, that was that one there. I'll show y'all here in a little bit. Any variations of the crown. On and on and on and on. You don't know what it got till it's gone. Yes, indeed. Oh my Lord. Okay. They really are. Those are all the crowns there. I'm trying to remember which one I chose. Let me know when you guys like one, because they're giving us a lot. I know which one I like, but this is a collaborative effort. So. Man. Yeah, I like that one too. That was nice. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Okay, nothing in the chat right now. I pick one. Okay. All right. Here we go. I just want to make sure we all are included in on this, okay? Because listen. So this is the platform right here. This is Lookup right here, okay? So this is where I got the original logo here. So this is lookup.com. So right here. So you select you enter your business name and select logo styles. Then you review, get hundreds of them, and then perfect that AI-powered logo generator. Use our AI-powered logo generator to perfect your design, bringing your brand to life. And of course, hundreds of options. Save your money. It's free to start. Download the file format you need. No design skills, no problem. Still support when you need it. Customized to your heart's content. So all of this here, right? And they got every industry you could think of, right? So this was the platform here. I had to think about it for a second, like what brand? But I as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, this is the one. So let's go back here. You know what? There's so many. Oh no, they got the emoji ones. That is hilarious. Oh my Lord. That was funny. Not funny, funty. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go back up. All these are great. I'm gonna go all the way back up. That's it. Yeah. Okay. All the way back up. All the way back up. That one. That one was good. I liked that. There it is there. So I move this. I thought it was regal. I thought it was elegant. I thought it was divine. Move it. Position, can I move it? This was all live in real time too. Oh, come on, seriously. I can't move it over more. See, we learned. That's why I'm looking. Look at that. Oh, man. Then you look at the comments right here. Okay, so do you guys like it from this position or this position? Braylon, you pick one. If it was up to me, we would be here all night. Okay, so you guys like that one. Okay. So there it is. That is our logo for Foam Airlines, flying on optimism, achievements, and momentum. And then look at that. Oh, my Lord Jesus. You see that? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Oh, my Lord Jesus. Yes, indeed. Man, I might actually be a marketing genius. Just and you are. Oh, my Lord. Man, this looks so good, sir. This looks so good. And then imagine Black History Month. Imagine Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Like all of the things that can be culturally relevant for us here. And then look at that merchandise. Yeah. And then that could be the Foam Airlines app logo right there. Yep. For Android and Apple. Yep. I'm going to. Wow, that's amazing. So we'll skip ahead a little bit. Now, this is what I wanted to do in those colors. I couldn't do it, but I do like the gold, though. Those colors, right? On this logo. I love having fun with you. I do. Oh my God. 10 likes, 6 people in the chat. The little kid that I am. Enjoy here. Oh man. Let's see here. There's triple gold. You see the chat right there. See here. Sharon Gospel Braylon's getting impatient with creativity. I plead the fifth. Oh my God. But no, this is why I do this show. Because like I said, you can utilize your words against me, but you can never outbeat the gift that God gave me. Come on! You can use your words against me, but you can never outbeat the gift God gave me. Come on. You can use your words against me. Come on. But you can't outbeat the gift that God gave me. Come on. Haven't you? Come on. Amen. So for those of you who are wondering what is going on here, this brother right here, Hashim Waters, wants to acquire Spirit Airlines and has launched the Latimer Group and ownership consortium focused on acquiring Spirit Airlines, an iconic brand facing critical financial distress. The mission of the Latimer Group is to empower Black economic leaders, creating the only Black-owned commercial airline in the United States. So he wants to get Spirit. And so then we move forward here. Miss Lee, if you're nasty, I'm not about to play the piano with y'all. So the fat port was Lord Foam Jesus. Access. This is the power of YouTube. Because think about this, like, we'll type in Spirit Airlines. Well, let me go ahead. Talk that talk, Braylon. And we'll continue to. So this is their big seat here. And like I said, I still believe in this pitch. I really, really do. And when I went to YouTube to see who else was talking about this, I was the only person talking about it, right? So I say this to Florentin and Phil quite often. You know, I'm with BFP Imagineering. Just because a live may not have any weight to it now doesn't mean it won't have weight to it later on. So just wanted to showcase that to you all there. And by the way, let's go now to let's buy spiritair.com. So here it is here. Site overloaded again, okay? Due to the high influx of pledges, our ability to verify pledges have been limited. Email providers have flagged our emails as spam. We have been temporarily blacklisted. Fix coming soon. So here's the pre-clash coalition numbers. Founding patrons, 124,755 founding patrons. Average pledge size, $667. Total unverified total pledge. Now, it was at 22 million of that article. Now it's at 88,071,428. Okay. So that is pretty Pretty cool. Minimum pledge is $45. You can get in here. Gives you a founding that's the cheapest you can get in. That's not bad, right? So you can do any amount there. So, and then of course we'll go to the Instagram, show that. Like I said, I really do love people. Sometimes I can't stand them, but this is a time where I really do love people so that we can see, you know what, maybe we're not all bad people. You know what I mean? So this is absolutely incredible. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And here is Spirit Air 2.0 here. So very, very cool. Already has 182,000 followers. That's crazy work. All right. So so there you go there. Well done, and well done. And by the way, $88 million. That's a lot better than this person here who was only able to raise $15,648. Yeah. Ain't it amazing? Ain't it amazing? Ain't it amazing how when something brings value? I know I'm frozen. Give me a moment, y'all. I'll be back here in a minute. Okay, I should be back anytime now. We're live. Come on here. Looks like I'm asleep. I know. But I'm not. I'm up. Hello, camera. I really am. Okay, hang on, y'all. I'm gonna leave and come back. Give me a moment. Hey, everybody. I had to leave for a minute because I was frozen. But I am still sleeping now. Like I was saying, I was frozen. Like I said, the fact that this right here, $88,071,428 right there, right? And of course, you guys saw the Foam Airlines thing, which I still believe will be a great rebrand, right? And we talked about this here, the fact that this Instagram already has 182,000 followers there is quite incredible. It goes to show that when you bring something of value, right, and you treat people with kindness, respect, and grace, then people will invest in you, right? So just wanted to say that. And let me show you how well Spirit Airlines is doing. This right here, give me a moment. This right here, it's Tasha K. $15,648. But she thought she was going to be able to raise $3.5 million. Spirit Airlines is doing better than Tasha K. That's a damn shame. Let's continue on, everybody, because we do have more Brainley's Virtual Tour live here. So here we go, y'all, from Deadline.com. It's done. SAG-AFTRA and studios reach new and bigger deal. Exclusive Christopher Nolan, it's your turn. It's your turn up to bat. The DJ boss, rather, and his union are now the final major Hollywood guild not to make a deal with the studios and streamers at SAG-AFTRA and the AMPTP. day, a reached agreement on a new contract. We hear no one has made it official yet, but after a week-long second-round talks, the Sean Austin-led Actors Guild and the Greg Hudson-run organization have come to a bigger cash-injected deal. Specifically for SAG-AFTRA has joined the ranks of the WGA, has now signed a full 4-year contract with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. Additionally, labor sources tell us that SAG-AFTRA has received a sizable contribution to its pension fund from the AMPTP. Everybody there, yes, indeed. This follows the WGA also agreeing to an extended length contract with the studios and streamers last month in its own negotiations, as well as accepting a multi-million-dollar contribution to its ailing healthcare plan. As well, there were a series of AI guardrail measures put in place between both SAG-AFTRA and AMPTP parties. Neither AMPTP nor SAG-AFTRA have responded to requests for comment from Deadline on the new deal. And there it is there. We'll look at that here in just a minute. On the new deal, however, it looks like an official announcement will come later today for Sunday. DGA are set to sit down with AMPTP on May 11th. And May 11th is Monday, so next Monday. The news comes after last week's resumption of talks between SAG-AFTRA and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, after the Guild had previously paused negotiations to make way for the WGA in March. Both Guild and union sources have told Deadline they're not far off from a deal, but a few key issues still need to be ironed out. Part of the bargaining included AI protections, about which executive producer Duncan Crabtree Allen was adamant. Sources told Deadline he was not willing to agree to AMPTP's requested lengthier contract. The studios conceded more artificial intelligence. Excuse me. In April, the WGA and AMPTP reached a tentative agreement, which included AI safeguards and an uptick in fees and residuals for streaming. However, the Guild was not able to increase writers' room sizes. Insiders described the negotiations as congenial and collaborative, as the two sides reached a deal relatively quickly. At the end of that month, the WGA officially ratified this provisional deal with a 9% approval rate, but significant voter downturn. Underpinning WGA's focus on requiring a speedy deal is the WGA West ongoing staff strike, as the two sides seem to have come to an impasse. Kay Kapuran contributed to this report. So, like I said, what do I think about this? I think it's a huge deal that they have been able to come up with a deal, another 4-year deal. I do think that while protections is good, in the same token, just because you have a deal doesn't mean there's going to be problems, right? And I do think that they are going to have to open up to the creator economy, right? Because you're looking at media, you look at the mergers and acquisitions, the consolidation, the breaking up, and the this, that, and third of media, and there are fewer doors in media. The doors are closing. So I do worry about that expeditiously. From Deadline.com, official studios and SAG-AFTRA confirmed new deal. Update with PGA and DGA statements. Deadline exclusively report earlier today, SAG-AFTRA and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers have nailed down a new contract. Of course, everything until this is voted on by some 160,000 members of the Actors Guild. Everything remained tentative for the time being, yet with AI protections, a 4-year agreement, and a bump in the Guild's pension fund now semi-written. So this agreement will undoubtedly follow getting approved, just like the recent WGA one did. A statement, the Guild noted that the deal is now headed to its national board for review, which will not meet. There we go. Which will meet in the coming days, rather, to go over terms. Right? Per procedure, specific details will not be revealed in advance of the review. SAG-AFTRA and AMPTP have reached a tentative agreement on terms for a successful contract to the 2023 SAG-AFTRA TV theatrical contracts covering motion picture, scripted, primetime, dramatic television, streaming content, and new media. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those places. And by the way, to SAG-AFTRA, you should reinstate every content creator who was trying to make content during that time, because if you made content during that time, they banned you from the Guild for life. And that should be reversed because what the hell? SAG-AFTRA said in a statement posted to its website, negotiations began on February 9th and recessed on March 15th to make way for the WGA's earlier deal. Talks resumed on April 27th and concluded on May 2nd. As a report earlier, labor sources told SAG-AFTRA has received a sizable contribution to its pension fund from the AMPTP. This follows the WGA, which similarly agreed to an extended length contract with the studios and streamers last month in its own negotiations, accepting a multi-million-dollar contribution to its ailing healthcare plan. As with the WGA, there were a series of AI guardrail measures put in place between the SAG-AFTRA and AMPTP parties. The news comes after last week's resumption of talks between SAG-AFTRA and the Alliance of Motion Pictures and Television Producers after the Guild had previously paused negotiations to make way for the WGA in March. Both the Guild and youth sources had told Deadline that they were not far from the deal, but a few key issues, including regarding AI measures, still need to be ironed out. Next up, it'll be the DGA's turn as the Christopher Nolan-led organization is planning to sit down with the AMPTP May 11th. Fellow guilds voiced their support for the deal shortly following the announcement. The Production Guild of America congratulates SAG-AFTRA on reaching an agreement with AMPTP. The PGA wrote, every person working in our industry is entitled to fair pay and benefits. And today's announcement reflects a shared desire across our industry to secure equitable contracts that reflects the value of our employment and creative work. Meanwhile, the DGA posted to its social media, the DGA applauded SAG-AFTRA on achieving a tentative agreement with the AMPTP that reflects the significance of its members' work and helps support stable in their careers. We look forward to learning more as additional details are heard. So right there, that's the statement from the Directors Guild of America. Okay, contribute to this report. So there is that. All right. Speaking of television and film, there is a huge TV show that will be leaving the airwaves after 15 years, everybody. That's right. Love and Hip Hop is going to be no more. Here we go, everybody, from TV Insider here. Love and Hip Hop franchise ending after 15 years of limited series, the final chapter. So the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, that's on MTV now. That was on VH1. And by the way, VH1 was under MTV control, but then moved over to BT control many years ago. So here we go. Here, what to know. VH1 has announced that the long-running Love and Hip Hop franchise will conclude with a limited series called Love and Hip Hop: The Final Chapter. The final chapter will feature all new interviews with cast members from all franchise editions. Love and Hip Hop has been a cultural staple for over 15 years. After a decade and a half of unscripted drama, the Love and Hip Hop franchise is winding down this year. On Friday, VH1 announced that the upcoming limited series, Love and Hip Hop: The Final Chapter, will end the reality television institution. Due to premiere this fall, the final chapter will feature new interviews with cast members from every edition of the franchise: New York, Atlanta, Hollywood, and Miami, plus producers and executives behind the Love Hip Hop shows, journalists, and cultural critics who are along for the ride, according to a VH1 press release. Love and Hip Hop franchise has always been about the people. LaShawn Browning, the founder, CEO of Antoinette Mia, and the executive producer of Love and Hip Hop: The Final Chapter. I'm sure Mona Scott Young will be a part of this as well. The incredible talent who trusted us with their real lives, the exceptional producers who poured themselves into every storyline, my extraordinary team at Antoinette Mia who showed up and showed out season after season, and the viewers who were here for all of it. Their dedication is why this franchise resonated for so many years. As Sarah Pilton, the executive vice president of Unscripted at MTV Entertainment, Love and Hip Hop has been a part of the fabric of VH1 of the culture for 15 years. This limited series is our love letter to the cast, fans, producers, and everyone who made this franchise a success and forever changed television. VH1's Love and Hip Hop New York kicked off the franchise in 2011 and featured such cast members as Cardi B and Remy Ma during its 10-season run. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta boasts cast members like Kate Michelle, Young Jock, expanded the franchise the following year and later made a move to MTV. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood featured Omarion, Soulja Boy, among others. Aired 6 seasons on VH1 between 2014 and 2019, rather. Love and Hip Hop Miami, which listed stars like Trina and Armand La Negra, debuted on VH1 in 2018 before shifting to BET. There's still some action before the final chapter. However, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is currently airing season 13 on MTV, while Love and Hip Hop Miami airs season 7 on BET. So as you see here, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Tuesdays 8 7 Central on MTV. Love and Hip Hop Miami Wednesdays at 8 7 Central on BET. Love and Hip Hop The Final Chapter coming this fall 2026 to VH1. VH1. Like I said, 15 years is an incredible run. They should not be disappointed at all. I remember when Evelyn Zada, broke down crying about Basketball Wives, and it's just like, well, I mean, if all you can be defined by a reality show, did you really utilize the platform? Which, Maury, the lie detector test determined that was a lie. You did not utilize the platform for all it could be. All right, moving on, everybody. Jasmine Crockett, everybody. Yes, indeed, from CBS News. .com. North Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett reveals future plans after she leaves office at the end of the year. Democrat U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett of Dallas said last week she intends to start a leadership pact to help other candidates. It was the first time she revealed her future plans after she set to leave Congress at the end of the year. In an interview on the Sherry Shepherd syndicated TV show on Wednesday, Crockett said her pact is called Fire, Fueling Individual Rights Everywhere. Very nicely done. Love the name. She says she'll be hitting. She says she will be supporting candidates across the country here on the road. I'm going to tour across the country. He said, Crockett, we are going to educate people about what it is that elected officials can do, should be doing, and what they're doing wrong. Crockett lost to Democrat State Representative James Tarico of Austin in the Democrat primary for U.S. Senate on March 3rd. She has represented the 30th Congressional District in North Texas since 2023, where she succeeded longtime Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson. She represented the city of Dallas in the Texas House of Representatives from 2021 to 2023. Crockett has gained national attention after her criticism of President 47, Governor Greg Abbott, and former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene went viral. Crockett also campaigned as surrogate on behalf of former President Joe Biden and former President Kamala Harris. Her career is going to be just fine. She's got nothing but a huge highway to drive on. Her voice is needed, it is necessary, and it is warranted. We have 2 more years, right? So 2027 and 2028, and she needs to be protected at all costs, okay? So, but I do have a plan, an idea, a suggestion for Jasmine Crockett if she's down. I'm just going to play this clip real quick, and we'll be back right after this roll.
Hey, good morning, America. Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too. I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Right? So, let's talk about it, y'all. And I really do think that this could happen. The way that she has commanded television, morning TV needs a little bit of a jolt. And this plan would have worked better if GMA was still in Times Square, but of course that was the brilliant genius of a man who thought moving America's #1 morning show from Times Square into the basement of a glorified building named after oneself, the Robert A. Iger building, was a genius decision. Said no one ever. So here we go. I said create a brand plan, game plan, market plan, concept plan, logistics plan for her to join Good Morning America full-time Monday through Friday. First, quick reality check. There's no confirmed reporting as of now that Jasmine Crockett is in Congress. If this were to happen, the move to Good Morning America would actually make strategic sense since she already has strong on-camera presence, sharp messaging, and viral moments that translate well to morning TV. Here's a full, serious, industry-level plan to make that transition feel intentional, credible, and powerful, not like a random career pivot. So core concept from Capitol Hill to America's living room positioning, Crockett becomes the voice of clarity, culture, accountability in the morning space, bridging politics, everyday life, and pop culture in a way that traditional anchors don't think. Policy translate into real life impact, viral moments turn into thoughtful discussion, and news made accessible and engaging. Brand plan, brand identity, the archetype, the advocate, and the truth teller. Tone, sharp, smart, sharp, relatable, unfiltered but polished. Tagline concept, breaking it down so you can build it up. On-air role evolution. She should not be just another host that would waste her edge. Best fit role, leading accountability, impact anchor. Weekly central segment, Crockett's Corner, from the hill to home. Differentiation within ABC News, less traditional than anchors, more culture aware than political analysts, more credible than influencers. So this is the game plan, 12-month rollout, phase 1 transition. Months 1 through 3, announced departure, framed as expand my impact beyond Washington. Guest appearances on GMA 2 to 3 times a week, feature her during major political and news moments. In phase 2, integration, 4 to 6 months. Officially named full-time co-host / contributor, launch her branded segment, begin cross-platform content on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube clips. Phase 3, ownership. Months 7 to 12, lead major interviews, politicians, activists, celebrities, anchor special editions, election, social issues, topics. Develop GMA spin-off digital series. Marketing plan number 1, launch campaign, the new voice of the morning, ABC primetime videos. That should say YouTube clips. I don't know why it says that, but we're just going to roll on. Short form video dominance, YouTube explainer segments, so TikTok clips, rather. Key message, you've seen her speak truth to Congress. Now she's bringing it directly to you. Viral strategy, Crockett already has a viral red communication style. Turn moments into mic drop clips, 60-second explainers, reaction segments, trending to topics. Strategic partnerships, college campus tours, fits her 18 to 34 appeal, HBCU collaborations, women leadership forums. On its expansion, target young professionals, first-time news consumers, culture-driven audiences who avoid traditional news. Concept plan, show integration, news segments, real talk breakdown, explain complex issues simply, student loans, rent, AI, etc., or definitely earned it class. DEI class for sure. What they're not saying, calling out gaps in headlines or narratives. Jazz's notes, Jasmine Crockett's note, Jasmine Crockett's notes. That's what I would say. Culture in Congress, or the Culturegress, connects pop culture to policy. Special Ideas series, America Unfiltered, Phil Porn across the country. Next Gen Voices, spotlight young leaders and careers. Logistics plan, contract structure, multi-year deal with the Walt Disney Company. Hybrid role, TV host, political analyst, digital content career. Daily workflow, Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. editorial prep and segment briefing. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. live broadcast. 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. digital content filming, podcasts and interview tapings. Production needs, dedicated segment producer, social media rapid response team, research staff, policy, cultural hybrid. Risk management, biggest challenge, credibility versus entertainment balance. Mitigation, maintain fact-driven tone, avoid over-politicization of every segment, it's serious and like content strategically. Why this works more in TV is evolving. Traditional anchors are becoming less dominant. Crockett brings authenticity, cultural fluency, strong communication skills. She could help GMA compete more aggressively with digital-first platforms. Final thought. This only works if she doesn't dilute who she is. If Jasmine Crockett becomes another polished TV personality, then the move fails. But if she stays sharp, direct, and culture plugged in, she does not just join Good Morning America. She redefines what a morning show host looks like in the next era. So Jasmine, listen, it's just a thought. I join in as social media anchor. So you got Robin, George, Michael, Lara, Ginger, Braylon Lee, Jasmine Crockett. That's a team I would watch. Weekday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. only on ABC. All right, y'all, our final destination for you all here. Now, this was some big news. A shout out to Urban Radio Nation for this right here. Urban One agrees to acquire K104 and Smooth R&B 105.7 and to sell Magic 94.5 FM. Yeah, Urban One announces agreements to acquire K104 and Smooth R&B 105.7 FM and set to sell Magic 94.5 rather. Urban One has entered into agreement to acquire Service Broadcasting Group, including its flagship stations KKDA and KRNB. Now, if you don't know why KKDA is so important, K104 is actually the radio station that Tom Joyner did his morning show on. For years, he would do the morning show from 6 to 10. Then he would get on a Southwest Airlines flight and fly to he would fly Chicago to be on 107.5 WGCI FM Chicago, where he played the hits. And he would do that show from 2 to 6 for 6 years, flying back and forth for 6 years. That's why he is known as Fly Jock. Urban One has also agreed to sell radio station KZMJ to Fusion Dallas LLC. Both transactions are subject to regulatory approval by the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, and other customary closing conditions. The acquisition marks a significant expansion for Urban One's reach in the Dallas community and reinforces the company's commitment to provide high-quality local content to the market. The acquisition will elevate influential urban voices and allow them to operate from a more powerful and expansive platform. This transaction is accretive and advances our consolidation strategy by scaling our presence in high-growth regions where our target audience is most concentrated, said Alfred C. Liggins, the third president and chief executive officer for Urban One. By bringing these stations into our portfolio, we aren't just growing our footprint, we are elevating our ability to serve our audience and advertising partners from match scale and local expertise. The acquisition is designed to offer a more comprehensive solution for local businesses, providing them with a broader reach and deeper community engagement. Listeners can expect the same high-quality standards of program community-focused broadcast they have come to associate with Urban One and the Radio One brand, now amplified across two of the region's most prominent frequencies. Our people are the heart of our success, Doug Abernathy, Regional Vice President of Urban One. By aligning our best-in-class team with these new platforms, we are securing the future of local radio in Dallas and ensuring we remain the primary source for news, entertainment, and connection with the communities we serve. So as you can see there, Steve Harvey, Smooth R&B 105.7. Now, here's the thing. Ricky Smiley, right? The Ricky Smiley Morning Show is syndicated through Radio One. Dee Dee McGuire, I believe she's through Compass Media Networks, I believe, or Super Radio. One of the two. But I'm wondering though, will Dee Dee McGuire be the main new voice for Urban One, or will it still be Ricky Smiley, even though they just renewed Ricky Smiley's contract? So that's something that I kind of wonder. But this move was very big. I'm like, Radio One bought these two iconic stations. So yeah, y'all, that is the show. We did that in 2 hours, 17 minutes there. Not too bad there. Not too bad at all. Let me do this right here. Let's do this. It was a good show today. Very good show. By the way, shout out to Reviews and Recaps. I was over there this morning just giving her some light love and support. She was talking about Roe. We'll talk about that a little bit later on tonight, probably around 6 o'clock or maybe 7, depending on what's going on. But yes, indeed. There. Let me get y'all positive news story. Oh my God. Okay. Well, you know what? Sometimes a positive news story is to let you know some information that you positively need to know about, and this is something really big. Something really, really big. Okay, we'll do a two-for. We will do a twofer. So here's this one here. Let's do this one first. So right here, Lyft steps in after DC teacher asks Uber to cover rides. Check your DMs. We're not Uber, but we love our teachers. Check your DMs. So basically, the pre-educator reveals that she Ubers and to and from work every single day so she can pour into her students. With Teacher Appreciation Week approaching, she publicly asked Uber if the company would sponsor her ride week. All I want for Teacher Appreciation week next week is for Uber to sponsor my rides for a week. Is that too much to ask? She wrote, adding threads. That's threads and friends help make this happen. While many social media users rallied behind her request, it wasn't Uber that responded first, it was Lyft. The rideshare compare quickly jumped into the conversation with our reply with we're not Uber, we love our teachers. Check your DM, signaling that they may step in to help cover our community. The moment had sparked praise online, with many applauding Lyft for moving quickly while others were still others were still waiting to see if Uber will respond. Either way, the story's teacher is resonating, shining light on the real cost educators take on just show up every day. I think this comment right here says it. Never stopped using Uber, but Lyft never did me wrong. 745 likes now. So awesome sauce there. And then this is information that you definitely need to know. I just saw this 3 hours ago. Millions of thermos jars and bottles recalled after consumers suffer permanent vision loss from malfunction. Okay, here we go. A notice shared by the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission A notice shared by the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says the issue stems from a defect that could cause the stopper to suddenly eject when open, creating what officials call serious impact, injury, and laceration hazards. The malfunction is tied to a missing pressure relief feature, which can allow pressure to build up inside a store if food or drinks are stored for extended periods. The recall covers roughly 5.8 million stainless King food jars and 2.3 million sports and food beverage bottles. The affected models include SK3000 and SK320 made before July 2023, along with all of SK310 bottles. So I will put this in here because that's important information that y'all need to know. I don't get thermos, but it's important that y'all know about it. So right there, let me go to the comments here. Oh, hang on. Sorry, y'all. Okay, there we go. So we copy that. Because, yeah, that's important information, y'all, right here. Here we go. So right here. So if you have one of these bottles right here from Thermos, right? Like I said, the affected models is SK3000 and SK320 jars made before July 2023 and SK310 bottles. So right there. Excuse me. So right there from Thermos, okay? Just in case you did not know. Notably, 3 consumers suffered permanent vision loss after being struck in the eye, according to the recall notes. Consumers who own the impacted products are urged to stop using immediately and contact the company for a remedy. So there you go. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Let us know about that. Y'all, that's it for me. That is the show. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Like I said, we covered a lot today. Went from Ashley Graham to permanent eye damage from a thermos. Like that's just what we do over here. But sincerely, if you know somebody with one of those 3 models there, it was made before July 2023. Get that thing, put it away, don't use it. Sorry to the 3 people that cannot see anymore. That is sad, horrible, and tragic. So just want to say that. All right, y'all. Bye, everybody. See y'all soon. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. Past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
I've been moving on my own accord covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.